Good morning everyone. In this lecture, we will see how to execute the queries and subqueries. So, this is the table I am taking, this is the database we are taking, and see the first query. So, what is the first query here? So, here I want to select the names of employees whose salary is greater than 20,000. So, first we will run how to write the queries, and then later on I will show you the execution of the queries also. So, here I want to select the names. Okay. So, in the previous sessions we have already seen how to write the queries. Okay. So, what happens here when we are writing the select query? When we are writing the select query, so whatever that we are selecting, those conditions should be mentioned here. Okay. Then you need to mention the table name, from, table name, and the where clause you need to write. You need to mention the where clause, right? So for a query, so how many clauses, how many parts will be there? Selecting the attributes, from the table name, where the condition. Okay. So this is the default statement that you need to remember, right? So now what is a query here? I need to select the names of employees. So how can I write here? Select, what I want to select here? I want to select the names of employees. So names of employees is representing which attribute in the table here? If I take this as an employee table, so which attribute is representing the name of the employee? E-name. So what I need to write here? Select E-name. So when you are mentioning the name of the attributes, whatever you are writing and the name of the attribute in the table should be matched. Okay. So select E-name. What is the second condition? From table name. So what is the table name here? From employee. From employee. Now, is it enough? Is the query complete? No. Why? Because I want the names of employees. What is the condition here? Whose salary is greater than 20,000. Okay. So, how do I write here? From employee. What is the condition? Where do I insert the condition? In the where clause. Where salary is. Where? So, what is the salary? Salary should be greater than 20,000. So, salary is representing, what is the attribute that is representing here? Salary, SAL. SAL should be greater than, what is the condition here? 20,000. So, I will write 20,000. 20,000, and after writing every SQL statement, you need to end with a semicolon, right? So, this is how you write the statement. So, what happens here? So, always when you are writing a select statement, first which will execute? So, it will execute the where condition. First it will execute the where condition. What is the where condition here? Salary is greater than 20,000. See, what are all the tuples whose salary is greater than 20,000? This is greater than 20,000 and this is greater than 20,000. So, 2 and 4 will be the output. But will this be the same output whatever we are getting? See here, before where, what is the condition here? We are only selecting E-name here. From these two tuples, which one will be selected? The names means, so what you will get here? Names is nothing but, so this is the employee name and this is the employee name. So simply you will get the output as Dharitri and Prithvi. Dharitri and Prithvi. Right. So this is how you write a SQL statement. Fine. So now we will see the execution. So what is a query here? So we need to find those employees whose salary is greater than 20,000. Okay. So here I have created a table of employee. with following attributes: employee ID, employee name, department and salary, and we have inserted the values into the database also. Now we want to retrieve the employee names. So that is why in the select statement what I have written here, I have written employee name. Okay, the attributes whatever you are writing, this should be matched with the attributes what you are creating in the tables. So see here, I have created a table with employee name. The same attribute, the same name should be come in the select statement also. So select employee name. So from where do we select the employee name? From the table name. From the table name. What is the table name here? Employee. So I am writing select ename from employee. Now, so is it enough to write ename from employee? So here I have a clause, I need to retrieve the employee names whose salary is greater than 20,000. So in the where clause, you need to mention what is the condition. So what is the condition in the where clause? Salary is greater than 20,000. See here, this is the SQL operator. So whatever the operators we have in SQL, which we have discussed already, right? So this is the SQL operator we are using, and the salary should be greater than 20,000. So this is the query we have written. Now we will see the output here. I have run the query. Here what are the names we have got? So we have created a table with 4 rows and whose salary. So Teja, Dharitri, Varun, Prudvi are the employee names who is getting the salary of 15,000, 20,000, 25,000 and 35,000 respectively. Now what happens here? First, this salary will be, the where clause will be executed. So what is the where clause here? Salary greater than 20,000. So now what are the tuples here? So we have 25 and 35, right? So will the entire tuple will be selected? No. What we have written in the select statement? We need to select only employee name. So what is the employee names here? Varun and Prithvi. So this is the output we have got. Okay. So we'll see the next query. So what is now? Let us see this query. Write the query to display the maximum salary from the employee table. Okay. So just by seeing the query, so what do you understand? You need to display the maximum salary from the employee table. So if at all this is the employee table, this is the employee table. In this table, which is having the highest salary, maximum salary? So this is the maximum salary. So what should be the output here? 30,000 should be the output. 30,000 should be the output. Now in order to get this output, how do I write the query here? How do I write the query? See here, I just need to display the maximum salary, that's all. Okay. So now using the aggregate functions, we know what are all the aggregate functions are. We have maximum, minimum, count, average. So what happens with the maximum function? What happens with the maximum function? The maximum function will retrieve the maximum of the existing numerics. Okay, it will retrieve the maximum value with the existing numerics. So in order, because we need to select the maximum salary, so we know that we have to use maximum function. So this maximum function should be used on what? What I need to retrieve here? I need to retrieve the salary. So I will write maximum salary, maximum of salary. So here you need to write the attribute here. So what is the name of the attribute? Salary. So I have mentioned salary. Okay. So now from where this maximum of salary should be retrieved? You need to retrieve from the employee. Now how do you write your SQL statement here? Select maximum salary from employee. That's all. From employee. So this is the query you need to write. So what happens here? You do not have any where condition. So how this query will be executed? So this query will be executed like it will select maximum of the salary. Okay. So, directly it will go to the salary attribute and it will check all the numerics we have in the salary. Okay. So, out of this numerics, which one is having the highest one? The maximum value 30,000. So, it will select 30,000 from employee, right. So, this is how you need to write the query. Now, let us check whether this query will run in the SQL or not. Okay. I need to find out the maximum salary in the employee table, right. So, see here what is the maximum value for this. So, we have 15,000, 20,000, 25 and 35. So, out of these 4 values, so what is the maximum value here? 35,000 is the maximum value. So, now we will see whether do we get the same output or not. So, how do I write here? Select maximum salary from employee, So, see the output here. What is the maximum salary? The maximum salary is 35,000. Maximum salary is 35,000. Can we find out which employee? Means I need to find out the name of the employee who is getting the maximum salary. Understood? So, what I need to get here? I need to get the name of the employee who is having the maximum salary. So, here I have 2 conditions. How many conditions I have? I need to retrieve the employee name also from the same table employee. So, here we have a concept of nested queries. What is nested query here? Nested query is that query where we write the query within the query. Now, how do I write here? I want to retrieve the name also. Apart from the maximum salary, you should also retrieve the name of the employee. So, see how do I manipulate the query here? So, I am writing directly select ename, because I need the name of the employee. So, what I write here? Select ename from employee. Where salary equals to select star from maximum salary from the employee. Now, we will see how this query will be run. So, what happens here? So, see, this is the first thing, this is the first query we have written. Select maximum of salary from the employee. So, what it will give here? So, it will give you 35,000, where salary equal to 35,000. Now, what we are selecting here? We are selecting ename from the table employee where salary equal to 30,000. Okay. So, where salary equal to 30,000 we have already got. Now, from the 30,000 what is the name of the employee? What is the name of the employee? Are you getting? Now, we will see the output how we will get. So, when you run the query, see what is the value you have got? The value is Prithvi. So, see here. So, Prithvi is getting how much salary? 35,000. Means maximum salary in the database is 35,000, and who is associated with the maximum salary? Prithvi is the employee who is associated with 35,000. Okay. So, this is how you have to write the queries. So, we will see some more examples for the nested queries. So, see here. So, for this table, write a query to display the second highest salary from the employee table. Now, what I want here? Now, I want to display the second highest salary. Now, I need to get the second highest salary from the employee database. Now, see here how do you write the logic here? You need to exclude this one, yes or no? We know how to find out the maximum salary. Okay, if you use the maximum function in the aggregate functions, so automatically we will get the highest salary. Who is drawing the highest salary? If you exclude this one, what I need here? I need the second highest. After this, again if I run the maximum function in the database, do I get the second highest salary? Yes, of course I will get the second highest salary. What I need to do here? You need to just exclude this tuple from the entire database to get the next highest salary. Now see here. So how do I write it? So see, first one is select maximum salary from employee. So we know that this one will retrieve 30,000. Okay. So now I need to exclude this tuple from the database. So see, how do I write the nested query here? So I will write select salary from employee where salary equals to select maximum salary from employee. Okay. So now what happens here? So this is the output, right? What happens? First, the inner query will be executed first. What is the inner query? Select maximum salary from employee. So what is the output here? I have got 30,000. Now I need to exclude this tuple. So what I am writing is, I need to select the salary from the employee where salary is not equals to 30,000. What I am writing here? Not equals to 30,000. So what happens here? When you are executing this statement, I will get all the salaries where it is not equal to 30,000, which is not equal to 30,000. So this is one more SQL operator. Either you can write like this or not equals to. Okay. So now select all the salaries. Select salaries from the employee. It will select the salaries from the employee. Now first, what is the first tuple here? 15,000. Is 15,000 is not equal to 30,000? Yes, this is right. 15,000 is not equal to 30,000. So we will get 15,000. Next one. So this is 30,000. Okay. 30,000 where salary not equal to 30,000. This is false. So it will not retrieve. This tuple is avoided because it is not equal, because these two are equal. Now see the next one. 20,000. Is 20,000 not equals to 30,000? Yes, 20,000 is not equal to 30,000. So this tuple will be also preserved. Okay, this is preserved, and see the next one. What is the salary there? 25,000. 25,000 not equal to 30,000. Yes, 25,000 is not equal to 30,000. So this one also will be preserved. So what are the tuples here? So I have got 15,000, 20,000 and 25,000. But what I need to find out? I need to find out the second highest. Second highest means out of these tuples, I need to again go for maximum function. So simply I will write select maximum of salary from employee where salary not equal to the inner query. Okay. So this is how you need to write. So we will check whether the same output will get in the SQL also. Okay. Okay, so what is the query here? What I need to run here? I need to find out the second highest salary. So how did we write the query here? Select maximum of salary from employee where salary is not equal to. So, here you need to write the inner query. Select maximum of salary from employee. Okay. So, what happens? First the inner query. First this inner query will be run, and then, so when first this inner query is executed, what will be the output? The highest salary will be the output, 35,000 will be the output. Now it will compare the salaries from the employee table and 30,000. Okay. So, we have already seen the explanation for this. So, see the output here. What is the output? Maximum salary 25,000. What is the second highest salary? 25,000 is the second highest salary. We have 15, 20, 25 and 35,000. Okay. So, second highest salary will be your 25,000. Now, how do you retrieve the employee name of the second highest salary? I want, so here I am from my database. So, which is the second highest salary I have retrieved. I want to know that person who is getting the second highest salary. So, now what I will write here? How can I write the query here? Select e-name from employee where the condition, where maximum salary equals to, okay, this is the inner query. Select, okay. So, this is the first inner query. Select a maximum salary from employee. Then again what we have the next query? Select a maximum salary from employee where salary not equal to this one. So, what is the maximum salary you are getting? We are getting 25,000. So, this is 25,000. Then, so what is the name of the employee from the table where salary equal to 25,000? So, we will check whether this query is running or not. What is the employee name? What is the employee name? The employee name is Varun. Okay, the employee name is Varun. So, what is the second highest salary we have got? 25,000. So, 25,000 employee name is Varun. Okay. So, this is how we need to write the queries. You can write the queries inside the queries. When you are writing a query within the query, then that is called as nested query. What is the second one? Next one is, so this is the database I have, and I need to write the queries to display all department names along with the number of employees who are working in that. Okay. So, what is the meaning of this question? I need to display all the department names. How many department names I have got here? Got CSC, IT and EEE. So, these are the different departments I have in my database. Okay. So, I need to write the query to display all departments along with the number of employees working in that. So, how many number of employees are working in CSC? So, Teja and Varun are working in CSC. So, number will be 2. How many employees are working in IT? 2. And EEE we have 1. Okay. So, how do I write a query for this particular question? Okay. So, now you have a clause like group by. In your SQL, you have a clause, group by clause. So, this group by clause will group all the similar entities at one place. Okay. So, what are all? CSC and CSC is similar, IT is similar, and EEE is the other entity. Okay. So, group by clause will group the similar entities at one place. Okay. Now, how do I use a group by? Group by, I'll write group by. So with what I need to group? See here, I need to display all the department names here. Okay. So means I need to group the departments. So what is a attribute here I am using? Department. So group by department. Group by department. So from where I need to select here? From employee. From employee. Okay. From employee I need to group the department. Now what I need to select here? So you need to mention the select command. Select. So see here, whatever the attribute you are taking in the group by, the same attribute should be there in the select statement also. Okay. So this one point you have to remember when you are using the group by. Okay. So department from employee. Okay. Select a department. Select department from employee, group by department, group by department. Now what happens? So I will select the department here. I will select department from employee. Okay. So what is happening here? Group by departments. Department from employee, group by department. So I am selecting this department. So grouping. So this department will be grouped here. So how it will be grouped? So it will be grouped. So CSE is repeating twice. So CSE, these two entities will sit at one place. IT and EEE and EEE. Okay, right. So now I have displayed all the department names. I need to also display the number of employees also. How many number of employees are there in each department? Okay. So we have, so how do I find the number here? Number of employees. I have a function called count function. This is also one of the aggregate function in SQL. Using this count function, I can find out. Okay. Now where do I insert here? So select department, comma, count star, count star. Okay, if I write like this, select department, comma, count star, from employee, group by department. So when I am grouping here, what I can write? So I will write the count of each, department also. What is the count of CSA here? 2, IT 2 and EEE 1. Okay. So how do I write the query here? Select department, comma, count star from employee, group by department, group by. Okay, group is different, by is different. Okay. So group by, so what is the attribute here? Department, group by department. Okay. So we'll run the query. So see, what is the output here? Can you see the output? What is the output? We have got department and the count. Okay. So how many departments do we have here? We have CSE, IT, ECE and IT. So CSE, how many employees are working with CSE? Only one employee is working with CSE. How many employees are working with IT? 2 employees are working with IT. Okay. And how many employees are working with ECE? 1 employee is working with ECE. So if you run this query, select a department. What are we selecting? We are selecting the departments and count of each departments. Okay. From the employee, and we are grouping the departments, group by department. Okay. This is how we need to write the nested queries.